Twisters. That was a fun movie yesterday. Went with my daughter and we both enjoyed it. So I hope you are having just a good time this summer with whatever you can do. You know, our summer's been sort of messed up, but we're trying to get a little bit of fun in there. And the movie Twisters was sort of fun. I remember the original way back when, Twister in the 90s when they were doing a number of disaster type movies. We had a couple volcano movies, one filmed over in Wallace, Idaho, not far from here, just up over the pass. They're fun, and we have the disasters, and there's nothing fun about real disasters. Excuse me. But the movies can be fun. And Glen Powell, who seems to be everywhere these days, he's a likable guy. I mean, I like him. Plays a great likable character. Daisy Edgar-Jones, she played a great character. The chemistry between them worked. The special effects are fantastic. I mean, the effects we have in films today are just incredible. It makes it seem so realistic when it's not, but it's just fun. In this movie, it worked. It was a simple story, nothing you have to think about too deep. You just go there, relax, have a good time, enjoy the special effects, enjoy the characters, and have a good time at the movie. And that's what I did with my daughter. My wife wanted to stay home because of the chemo, the smells and different things. And she doesn't like to be around people just worried because her immune system is, really compromised and can't afford to get sick. So my daughter and I we went to it yesterday, had a good time. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that briefly. Jay's here and Jay says he agrees. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. If you haven't seen the movie yet, it's still in theaters. I mean, it's doing well. It's one of the better summer movies as far as box office, so it's still playing in the theaters. Probably won't be playing too much longer. It's about done with its run in the theaters, but it'll be out on streaming before long. You don't have to have seen the first one to enjoy this one. They're not really related, and so it's not something that you have to go see Twister before you see Twisters. My daughter never saw the first one. Didn't matter. She enjoyed this one. She liked Glen Powell and she liked Daisy Edgar-Jones. They're two upcoming, actors that are doing some good things, and they did a good job in this movie. I expect Glen Powell, we're going to just see a lot of him because stuff he's doing is popular. He's, again, a likable guy. He does a great job, and I hope we do see a lot more of him. And I hope he's as likable in person as he is on screen. It's always nice when, actors and actresses are really nice people as well as good at what they do. If you have seen it, put a comment. What did you think? If you haven't seen it, check it out or wait for it to come on streaming. It'll probably be on streaming soon. Definitely it'll be on streaming, I'm sure, before Christmas. And you can watch it that way and just enjoy a little bit of fun. And the special effects of the tornadoes are fantastic. It's just incredible what they can do now with the special effects to make things look so real. That's my little take on it. I don't like to give spoilers and talk about, plot twists or that or this. Again, this is a fairly simple movie. It's just one to sit back, enjoy the popcorn, and have a little bit of fun. Dixon's here, and Dixon says, great Beatles song, Twist and Shout. That was a good Beatles song, and they were twisting and shouting with the Twisters in the movie. Dixon, what famous comedian sang that song in the 80s? Jay says, the size of screen is important. It is. On some of these movies, Jay, you are absolutely right. And that's why we enjoy seeing it in the theater, because that big screen and the stuff going on is definitely more than when you watch it at home. Now, some people at home have pretty big screens now too. I mean, I think about it now, our screen, which isn't huge, but it's way bigger than the screens I grew up with. But there's still something about seeing some of these movies when you just get to see it on that huge screen. So you're definitely right about that. And Dixon hasn't answered about the comedian that sang Twist and Shout. It was in a movie in the 80s. Guy didn't get much respect, but he actually did a pretty good job at that song. I am going to sign off. But if you're wondering who sang that song, I gave a little clue. He didn't get much respect. Rodney Dangerfield sang Twist and Shout way back when in the 80s when he went back to college. I forget the name of the movie, but it's when he went back to school. It might have been Back to School, might have been the name of the movie, but there was a version of Twist and Shout that he sang in that back in the 80s that I also enjoyed. Everybody, make it a fantastic Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow.